Hello guys, it's AtomicDudMan here, and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's Saints Row 2 video, what makes Saints Row 2 great. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Within Saints Row 2, it's already obvious that your main character evolves from a mute gang member to a strong and outspoken gang leader. Saints Row 2 became an even better version than that of the original Saints Row, from an even deeper narrative, better development of characters, vast arrays of customization options with clothing and vehicles. The map was revamped, updated with better graphics, and the melee combat was also overhauled. New activities were implemented into the game, as secret areas were too. New modes of transportation accumulated, such as helicopters, planes, and also boats. After you have been betrayed by your former gang leader Julius Little, you awake in a coma on a prison island. You escape with an admirer named Carlos, who tells you that the Saints are no more, and 3 new gangs have taken their place. The Ronin, who wear yellow, the Sons of Samedi, who wear green, and the Brotherhood, who wear red. Within the game, your character is a hardcore badass who is willing to drop anyone who tries to step up on him or not show respect for the gang he runs. Throughout the story, the main character is set to be a force that can never be killed and not to be reckoned with. Now that you are free from prison, it is time to regroup and rebuild, reclaim the city that you once owned. A returning feature that was expanded upon was the economically zoned areas throughout the city. When you were dressed in cheap clothing, some NPCs would refer to you that you smelt bad, or your hygiene has diminished poorly, or ask you if you've taken a shower recently, adding a bit of humor to this game. The wealthier people still live on the north side of the city, while the middle class still live in the west side, and the lower class reside in the east and south side of the city still. Each part of Stillwater had NPCs' clothing that matched the area that they were in. If you were in a lower class area, you would see rundown abandoned buildings still, dirty streets filled with waste, and a lot of homeless individuals, and cars that were slow and rusty and undesirable. If you went to the region where the wealthy were, the area would be clean with little to no trash on the streets, no homeless individuals, nice buildings, people dressed in suits, and nice exotic cars roaming the streets, ripe for you to take. Something that was scary is features that actually started to slowly disappear within Saints Row were the varieties of drugs and liquors you could purchase. Store holdups were almost near impossible to complete, and cracking safes were no longer within the game. You could also not break into stores at night like in the original Saints Row and start a diversion, thus taking away from the immersion of being a thug within Stillwater. But a new feature that was added is that you can now mug NPCs, but still that is inexcusable for the other features that have been taken out. The story was even better in Saints Row 2. The cutscenes played out like a movie, with voice acting adding to the depth of immersion you would feel within these scenes. The development of characters were vastly shown when Johnny Gat loses the one person he truly loves, Aisha. You can see how all these new characters react to you, and some scenes are some of the funniest moments I've ever seen within a Saints Row game. Some of the activities now included within the game: Fuzz, Heli Assault, Fight Club, Trailblazing, and Septic Avengers, including all previous activities from Saints Row, with the exception of Loan Shark. Saints Row 2 also allows players to play minigames such as Zombie Uprising, drive-by shootings, vehicle surfing, and much, much more. It also now has a 2-player co-op that you can now play with your friends on the Xbox One. Your house now that you have to buy instead of earning through the story, like Saints Row, the original, is upgradable, giving you more reason to spend that accumulated money from your neighborhoods. There are also tons of new guns and melee weapons that you can wield in the game now too. DLCs for Saints Row 2 were added. More missions and more content to the game, such as Alter Exposed and Corporate Warfare, that added missions, and a clothing pack that was also present in Saints Row, the original, called the Uncut Pack, that you could download. As the original Saints Row had multiplayer, Saints Row 2, I am happy to say, also has a returning multiplayer mode. The multiplayer concept did not change too much from Saints Row the original to Saints Row 2. The concept is fairly the same. It consists of team-based objectives, making sure to kill the opposing side before time runs out. The multiplayer is just more additional content to soak your feet in after you've already completed everything that the story mode has to offer. Yet again, Saints Row 2 is missing a few key features from the first game that I would love to see back, such as robberies, variety of drug and liquors to return to the game. But overall, Saints Row 2 is an amazing experience, from a good balance of humor and seriousness when it needs to be serious. It still delivers an enticing story just as the original game does, with an amazing progression of taking over Stillwater while still grinding to the top once again. Saints Row 2 is so close to being a masterpiece within the genre of Saints Row titles. Get back out there. Stillwater is yours for the taking, so why not take it? Enjoy, my friends. I'll see you in Stillwater. Thanks for watching, guys. Just to let you know, Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2 are now available to play on the Xbox One. Let me know down in the comment section below if you plan on playing these amazing games on your Xbox One. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to see more of my future content. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below. Thanks, guys, and until next time.